Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. We're here for episode number 94. My name is Christian Dragonetti, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Australian PGA professional, CBN. Joel Mitchell is here. I'll never forget. Don't you worry about that. Jolie Mitchell, two things. Firstly, 94 episodes, fastly creeping up on 100.
Yeah, I know. I swear it was like 81 like last week.
I swear it was 40.
Yeah,
6 weeks ago.
We're actually just talking about that off air about like a previous episode because there was my profile picture for your as like the contact photo on your phone of me, and we're discussing which actual episode that would have been from.
It would have been early 30s, if anything. So
It's
been
mental.
there for a long time.
It's over a year ago.
How you been?
Can't complain. Well,
Yeah.
I can, but I'm not gonna.
No, that's fair enough.
So like I can, but I'm not gonna. So,
No, that's good.
otherwise, yeah, just ride the wave, I guess.
So, quick shout out to Mark from Chasing Birdies for jumping in last week. Thank you very much, Mark. We had a good.
I got it this week.
Nice.
Yes.
We had a nice bit of feedback from his episode, which was great. You've been away up in Queensland for Queensland PGA qualifying.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go as you would have planned.
No. Not quite.
And now today's Saturday, the 22nd of November. We've just stepped off the golf course because you jumped on the bag for me for Clubbies today.
Did. We'll branch into that.
We'll branch into that because that might have been a mistake for all of us. But you're actually jetting off again to Queensland tomorrow
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
for Australian PGA qualifying.
Yeah, for the Aussie PGA, yeah.
Which is very exciting. So we'll get stuck into that as well towards the end of this episode.
we'll
But
touch on
Joel, recent rounds. Do you want to chat?
I'll go first.
You go first?
I'll go first. Because we got
Well, there's going to be a fair bit of today.
there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of golf shots to talk about.
My most recent. What's today? Saturday.
Yeah.
My most recent
Thursday?
round would have been Thursday. Yeah. At the time of recording, yeah, Thursday. I had even par. Played in the morning with shout out Juicy. So I played with Ollie. Who else did I play with? Oh my god. One of the boys, Adam. And then, oh my god, why am I drawing blanks?
Anyway,
I'm sorry if it's a list up. I've forgotten who I played with. Anyway, we had an 8:22 tee time. I rolled up at 8:20 and a half. And yeah, literally stepped out of the car, put the bag on the shoulder. Didn't even go into the shop, just went like that to Ollie, Reese, I think, was standing behind the counter. Put the bag on a pool bogey, stepped up on the white and grabbed dog. Just hit it, right? It was mid front of the green. But went out and shot even. There was some pretty ordinary stuff through the first sort of 12 holes. I didn't really do much at all. I was 3 over through 12 and then sort of just standing there going, I'm not having this.
No.
Made my first birdie on 14.
That's nice.
Which was absurd. Didn't hit it poorly. It was not a hard day at all, and the course is in good nick and as well coming up to Clubbies. Oh, well, in the middle of Clubbies, and then made eagle up 18 to finish off the round, which was nice.
Nice, very nice.
Other than that, there was nothing too flashy in there.
No, that's all right.
Just a bit of meh, but and then we got plenty to come in the next. Well, hopefully plenty to come in the next 3 weeks. So.
We were just discussing your schedule over the next little while, and we'll do a little bit of a update for everyone towards the end of this episode. It's very touch and go.
Yeah, well, it's just qualifying rounds.
Good results will get you into events. As per majority of the players that are out there at the moment, good results will get you into events, and qualifying. Good results in qualifiers will do even better.
Well, I've been asked after the last few weeks, or whenever I'm sort of home and back at the club, and a lot of members would ask me sort of like, "Oh, you're playing in the PGA and Aussie Open?" I'm like, "Well, no, because it's weird. Even so, if you went to Q school this year, unless you won, but if you went to Q school this year in April, you don't get it, and you got your card, you don't get an auto start into Aussie Open or PGA for now, because it's obviously co-sanctioned with DP Tour and stuff like that, and they have international invites and stuff. So.
And that sort of took me by surprise a few weeks ago when we spoke about it, because I was under the same impression. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. He's 40th on the order of merit of Oz Tour, and things are looking pretty good. And all of a sudden, it's just like, nah, bro. I've got
that top three category doesn't even
exist.
Not in these two events anyway. So
so
there's guys doing very well this season in the first 8
events.
8 events or something like that, or first 7 events that
Won't even get a start.
Won't get a start. So we'll have to go to qualifying. So
Yeah.
the qualifying fields will be fucking stacked for
Of course they will.
both, which is understandable. They're 2 very big events, biggest events in Oz. So yeah, just post a good one in there in one of the 2 weeks or both would be nice, and
See what happens.
see where it takes me, which will be lovely. So fingers crossed.
Ah, very good. Yeah. So as we spoke about a minute ago,
And you?
yeah, I had my 3rd round of club championships today. And yeah, that was it.
We know. We know.
No, I actually don't take this the wrong way. I fucking ruined myself by ringing you saying, do you want to come caddy for me today?
Yeah, really?
I was in such a groove last week, just in my own vibe and had my own setup and everything like that. And I'm not saying that you did anything wrong, but just throwing you in the mix it was probably a big mistake.
What is that?
Because again, I was in such a groove from last week.
You had a routine.
In my own space and doing my own thing, driving my own MGI and all that kind of shit, where today, again, just having you there just threw a spanner in the works.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did I reach for the golf bag today?
Oh, earlier it was a couple times, but
Yeah,
you got
so,
the gist of it at the
but I
end.
was always thinking like, oh, where's the bag? Where's he put this? Where's he done that? What are we doing? But yeah, no, I rang you this morning and just said, what are you doing? And you said, I'm about to start watching the cricket. There's not really a lot going on today. And I said, fuck it, jump on the bag. So you said, yes, sure. I'll, and I went and picked you up and that was probably the highlight of the day.
Well, that's the thing.
No,
I thought today was going to work out quite well, and it was weird. I saw you guys putting on the putting green, and it was looking like a roller rink, and I'm like, oh, these going to be tricky out there today.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's going to have to be on. Anyway, and the first 3 holes that you played were pretty good.
Yeah.
Were like pretty solid. And 7 was probably just one and a half shots too many.
Yep.
But other than that,
I played
like
the par 5s terribly today.
Yeah,
So to sum it
there was
up,
a lot of shots.
I had a lot of golf shots today, full stop. I was sitting quite nicely on the leaderboards, for my own expectations. And, I was doing really well in the net champs as well, which was cool. And today just sort of blew everything out of the water, which isn't great. Like I had 2 fat ladies today at 88. Like it's not going to really trouble anyone, those sort of numbers, especially in A grade. But again, you have those days. And we'll talk about it a little bit more later. The contrast in the conditions of the greens last week compared to this week, I think is what caught everyone off guard, or at least it seemed to. Like the players who played well, and they have done the whole time. Like
exactly.
The bloke Ash, who's leading at the moment going into the last day, thoroughly deserves to be there. Plays off 3 and just played 3 super consistent rounds of golf.
100%.
So that's all you really need to do. If you can put 4 rounds together, regardless of your handicap, you can cause damage in clubbies. Today was just an absolute blow up. An absolute blow up shit show. I chopped it. It was bad. I putted horrifically.
It was more the putting that really separated it from being just a meh to like, oh,
This is bad.
Like, this is real bad. Like,
I putted poorly. Like the results weren't there, but like stroke felt decent. The ball was rolling nicely. And it just, we're talking about power, like we're talking about hard lip outs. Like between myself and Jackson, who we played with in our group, I reckon we had
some shockers.
I reckon we had 7 or 8 lip outs between us.
Yeah.
Like it was just fucking horrendous.
100%.
Like I said, we'll talk about the greens and we've got a bit of a topic in that regard a bit later on. But moving forward into tomorrow's the last round. I'm teeing off at like 10 past 12 in the afternoon. I've fallen down the leaderboards a little bit. Just having a look at it before we came in here, I think I'm sitting 20th out of like 48. So bang in the middle, which is fine. Like I don't have any expectations. My only expectations for club championships every year is to do better than I did last year. Finished 21st last year. And if I can turn it around and have a decent round tomorrow, just beat it. Right? I want to keep doubles off the card as best as I can. I want to keep the triples off the card as best as I can. Because today was just like
those dark red numbers just it was so costly.
Oh, mate, my scorecard today looked like your CBN app.
Just color coded.
Just color coded. It was just reds and oranges everywhere.
Man, I actually do want to look at it.
I don't. Please don't.
I might show you.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there. I was holding the golf club. The highlight of the day, though, was 18. The last hole of the day.
Yeah.
So coming up the stretch and, I'm not in a great headspace, obviously, having chopped it and with a massive score that I'd had up to that point. Step up onto the tee box, flare driver right, sort of in this hanging downhill line, some absolute cabbage. Sort of try and hack a 9-iron out, kind of catch it really thick and heavy.
Yeah,
and I just advance it forward.
You didn't have
60
much.
meters.
Your second shot, you didn't have much.
Didn't have much. So we're looking at this flag at 55 odd meters, and I've got lob wedge in my hand. I'm like, this is a routine pitch shot. Like Raptor and I have worked on that sort of number previously, and I'm like, I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah.
And I caught the thing just a groove low, and it just came out hot.
Yeah.
So I got very lucky. So behind the 18th green, 30 meters behind the 18th green is a line of bricks that go under the shade sails. That line of bricks is OB.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So then there was a gallery behind the green. So obviously force out and all that kind of stuff. They're fixing like the skirting of the path that goes from 5T, like from clubhouse through to 5T box, sort of runs around the skirt of the 18th hole. And because they've fixed it, they've put all those like dome little gates in to just block carts and all that kind of stuff. One of the boys turned around and said, "Oh, your ball hit one of the domes and stopped on the path."
Oh, man.
So I got lucky.
Yeah.
So instead of being out of bounds and I'm hitting a fourth shot from where I was, I got free relief off the cart, off the path. Took the free relief in this super, super grainy chip shot. Hit it, and I had to hit it hard. I had to hit it hard to commit, otherwise it's just going to end up 3 feet in front of me.
Relative to where, how your ball was actually sitting in the graininess of...
It was a great shot. I think it was a great shot.
It was actually not a bad shot at all.
It was a great shot.
You didn't have much.
The pin was towards the back of the green, so I was short-sighted with that fourth shot. Yeah. And so I've left it probably 20 odd feet past the hole.
More than that.
25.
Yeah.
Right? 25 feet coming back up the hill towards the back pin. Standing over this putt, a couple of the boys come on the green, stand over it, line it up, drain it.
Jar it.
And of course, with a gallery of, I think there would have been 50 odd people around that green. Bit of a cheer and, sick up and downs and all that kind of stuff. And the boys that were helping me sort of identify where the relief was going to be taken, they were pretty impressed, which, and that was the highlight.
Yeah.
Canned a 25-footer, save bogey, which was great.
Yeah.
Like, happy with that.
Yeah.
Because that could have been another dampener on the day, but whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize to take you away from the episode. But if you're enjoying this content and you want more of it, you should hit the subscribe button. It's a big red button right down below. All our links are in the description as well. You can follow us on Spotify, leave us a review, and check out previous episodes.
We're also on Instagram and TikTok. We post reels weekly, maybe a couple times a week. We're also on TikTok as well. When you're viewing those reels or TikTok, be sure to leave a comment. Make sure you like it. Send it to a mate. Tell us we're dickheads. Whatever you want to do, interact with us in some way.
Because if you like us, ladies and gentlemen, and you want us to grow and succeed, we need your support. We need you to like and subscribe and follow us and leave reviews and share it with your friends and leave a comment. Send us a DM. Just tell us, Joel's got an ugly head.
It doesn't go unnoticed.
It doesn't go unnoticed. We thoroughly appreciate your support. Thank you. You look, you throw it behind you.
I'm looking at some of the D grade results.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, okay, so how big are we talking?
So many shots, man.
Yeah.
So many shots.
The bloke who won it?
Oh, the bloke that won it.
Because D grade's a 2-round event, Saturday. So, which is actually real. D grade's fun.
I couldn't tell you who won it. I don't know what they had last week.
Oh, well, what's his name? Anyway, regardless.
Doesn't matter.
Who had the best round today?
In D grade?
Yeah.
Ray Harwood.
And what do you have?
He had net 70.
Well, yeah, but to the card?
Oh, 92. 92. Playing off 22.
That's not bad, actually.
It's awesome.
Four worse than me.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, so look, there would have been some astronomical figures.
I'm obviously not going to name him or out him, but the guy that
had the worst score?
Yeah. Let's just say I've had the same amount of shots as him for 18 holes as he did on the back nine before.
Whoa. Does it start
I haven't had a comp round like...
Does it start with a 6?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Far. Okay, yeah. So that'll tell you how difficult the golf course was playing today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Some bloke went out and had a 60-something on the front nine.
In
D grade.
From 10 to 18, but yeah.
Playing off a handicap of probably 30-something.
25, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So the golf course was playing difficult.
Man? Yeah.
Some of the leaders really struggled.
Yeah.
Some of the better players of the club really struggled.
Yeah.
We'll get stuck into the greens in a little while. But for me, as a whole, like I said, I'm looking to just carry this on into tomorrow. Not carry this on, but like change it a little bit tomorrow
Yeah.
and do something different.
Yeah.
Play a little bit better.
I
said before we hit record, I'm hoping for a few things tonight. So at the time of recording, it's obviously Saturday night. I'm hoping for a couple cracks of thunder, a bolt of lightning, and about 25 mil of rain.
Yeah, I don't know.
And again, when we start talking about the greens in a little bit, you'll understand why.
Yeah, correct.
But I think by the 3 or 4 times I've prefaced it, you can probably imagine that they had a big role to play.
Yeah.
They did. What were you going to say? You think what?
It's like, yeah, you said earlier that you felt like you didn't hit it all that good. And there was definitely a couple shots I'm like, ugh. But it wasn't
miles away.
It wasn't as far off as you think.
No.
There was just a lot of parts.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It was just compounding.
It's
just sort of the snowball effect. Like if you miss the green, you've got that 15-footer for par. And there was probably 50% of them were 3 putts from there.
Yeah.
Because it was just disadvantaged
And I think after the
start,
first-
you're just behind the 8 ball from the start.
Correct. And I think after the first 6 holes, that knowledge was in my head too. So it made it worse. Knowing that I'm not putting all that great and I'm leaving myself 15 foot for par and that I've had, the greens are tricky and challenging and whatnot and I'm not having the greatest day with the flat stick plays a bit of a role.
Yeah, it just compounds. It just
So-
snowballs from there.
Couple of areas we need to get better at tomorrow. Obviously leaving myself less into, certain flags and whatnot and hitting it closer in general and taking up less shots and trying to be a bit more confident with the putting stroke and just if there's not that much break in it, don't overread it. I think I overread a lot of putts today.
There was a couple that I'm like, oh, there's a bit too much there, but it was also the pace of it as well.
Yeah.
Like the quicker generally the firmer you hit something, the less it breaks, of course. It's just how it works. But being the pace and the speed they were at relative to some of the pin locations as well, it was hard to read it, period, let alone put it online. Like all the boys today
Struggled.
They're not dud players. Like you're all a single finger golfers. Like you know what you're doing. But it was just no one had really any idea.
Nah.
Like the longest putt hold was yours on 18.
Yeah, 25 foot.
And but no one else was rolling in anything too confidently, and there was a lot of 3 putts.
I made
4 putts.
I made an 8 footer for bogey on 17, and I'm like, fuck, one dropped. That's what it felt like.
The one on 3 was good. The one on 3, the one on 3 was probably just outside 12.
But after that,
like 12 feet.
I don't really. It didn't
feet
feel
maybe.
like I had much. Like they were all 2 foot tap ins and stuff for the third putt.
In between the 2 and 4 foot.
Yeah, correct.
From your second or third.
It wasn't like I was holding anything from outside 6 feet. No. And no one was really.
No.
There was maybe 4 putts that were outside 8 feet.
Yeah.
Hold.
Outside of a range.
For 4 players, which is ridiculous.
It was just brutal.
Yeah.
It was it was a little difficult to watch at some stage because I'm just like, fucking hell. Like I'm trying to observe. Sometimes the lines, like your playing partners and yourself would take, like there was 95% of putts that you read today that I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much that's where I'd put it as well.
Yeah.
Like I would generally, that's sort of the spot I was looking at as well. And might be different if I was playing. I have no idea. It might feel different. I don't know. But there was definitely putts today that I looked from the playing partners. I'm just like, that's not even close, dude.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, oh, it went that way. I'm like, yeah, it does. Like, you know what I mean? And then the pace would get away from them. All of a sudden they miss that coming back. And it's like, yeah, it played tricks on everybody.
Yeah.
And being the speed they were at, relative, like I said, relative to the pin location.
It leads to that topic that we were just discussing is just, and you mentioned it before, a phrase that quicker doesn't necessarily mean better when it comes to greens.
No.
Because you look at, to paint a bit of a picture this week compared to last of our greens, Heidelberg's considered to have one of the best group of greens in the era.
Yeah, relative to speed and stuff. And
consistencies, right?
Yeah.
Granted, we had a lot of rain last week and all that kind of stuff, so it was pretty wet, and the course recovered really, really well. But walking that golf course last week on Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday, right? Saturday was wet and balls were plugging, right? And that's just how it happens. You get a soft day and a lot of rain and it happens. Sunday they firmed up a little bit. There wasn't as much water in them, and they were rolling out fucking generously, and they were green.
Yeah.
They were green. This week, I feel like, considering we had a bit of a warmer week, not as much rain, ground staff might have just thought, we're going to ramp these up a little bit.
Yeah, get them quick.
Cut them real low and they looked baked. Like it
Yeah.
looked like a scene out of the British Open.
When there's a lot of traffic and they roll them and then they clip them real low, get them real quick, and when they're firmer, they do because all the moisture comes out of it.
Correct.
That's like especially it was warmer today as well, so
But it was definitely the topic of conversation amongst our group and amongst, some of the boys after the game as well, sitting on that hill behind 18, was that they didn't need to do that.
No, they didn't need to be like that.
No. So, and I said to Jackson,
a bit of overkill.
I said to one of the boys on 15, I'm like, all they needed to do was take last Sunday's greens, leave them as they were, like keep them at that length, and just roll them in extra time.
Yeah.
And you'll make them quicker just by rolling them.
Yeah, just make
they'll be a
it
bit more
smoother.
trickier there. You don't need to clip them down another 1.5 mil, 2 mil, whatever they would have done, and then roll them however many times they rolled them. Because now, like, I'm looking at some of these greens going, they're going to lose this. And they won't because they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
But in some patches, they looked brown.
Yeah, they look
baked.
stressed.
They look stressed out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, and that's why I'm kind of hoping for 25 mil of rain tonight. Not just because it'll make it easier, but because some of those look fucking stressed out.
Yeah.
Those greens.
Yeah.
But you're right. Quicker doesn't necessarily mean better.
No,
if you're gonna,
I've always said that.
If you're going to put greens if you're going to put pin locations on slopes.
Yeah, there was a couple out there today where I'm just like, it's just like there was putts that were deceivingly quick because they were sitting on 3 to 4% slopes.
Yeah.
And like, or you're putting back up and they're going, and like there was a few boys today. It's just a bit of game knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Like they were putting back up a hill and going, fuck, how's that so much slower? I'm like, you're putting up a hill, bro. Like, it's pretty obvious, but like just because you just had a 12-footer last hole that you barely got moving and you had 6 foot coming back doesn't mean that this 20-footer you hit like a 10-footer coming back up the hill. Like it's a little bit of game knowledge as well, but there was definitely a couple of pin locations that I'm just like, that's unnecessary.
No.
Like now the putt is now all of a sudden so much quicker because of the pin location, and it didn't need to be like that. I was sort of saying, what hole were we walking down? Might have been 15 or something. I don't know. And I said to Jackson, I'm like, I would have loved to play today as well. To be like, I was like, I'm just curious as to see, like, because they were visually already difficult just by watching them, watching you guys putt on them, and they're already hard enough just to watch, sort of thing. But I'm like, was it because they were so much quicker than, or the pin locations were a little bit more difficult that you guys made it look harder?
Yeah.
Which probably not, because you're a solid putter. So like, maybe they were actually that tricky. But I would have loved to jump on them to see how they actually felt.
And the thing is, and Heidelberg's got this curse. It's not a curse, but like it's this stigma. As soon as it's a stroke round and as soon as we know that the greens are going to be quick, everyone shits a bed.
Yeah.
And
human nature.
It's human nature, right?
Yeah.
I felt so much more confident last week putting, knowing that I had to hit them.
Yeah.
You got to hit them.
Yeah.
Like there's no tickling them. An 18-footer, you're tickling at 3 feet.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get there.
Yeah.
None of that. No. Today it felt like at times, and if you had the right putt, you didn't have to hit it all that hard at all. No. And so you're taking break out of it to hit it firmer, but then you got 4 foot coming back, and then all of a sudden it lips out for your second putt, and you're just like, fuck, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like that chain of events happened a number of times today, just for me and for a few other players. Like I said, Jackson and I would have had 6 or 7 lip outs between us.
Yeah, at least.
So
that like came out of the hole, but like kept trickling back down the slope, like unnecessarily back down whatever little slope was on.
Dave had one on 17. No, Greg had one on 17 from the left hand side.
Yeah,
and he's lipped out and then rolled
and
6 feet
back
past
down the hill. Yeah. There was
And
another one that did the same. I forgot what hole it was, but it was like this power lip out, and it came like back to him, like halfway back to him. He had like 8 feet, and it lipped out like horseshoed, but then rolled 4 feet back down the hill, back down this little slope that the hole was on. And that's what made me look, and that's what made me sort of bring it up earlier. It was like quicker. It's great to have quick greens. Love putting on good greens and quick greens and stuff like that. But I've always said, no matter where I'm playing, it's one thing to have them fast, but to not have them. True is probably the wrong word. Not having them. Like, I love consistency, and I'm sure everyone does.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not saying that I expect it everywhere we go, but if they're gonna be rolling average, make them like. Surely,
make them all the same.
Surely they're all the same, rather than having like taking advantage of the greens that are healthier.
Yeah.
And, or And if they're going to be rolling fucking quick, just have them all the same.
And it's a weird one. It's a weird one today. Right. The later we got throughout the round, when the cloud cover came in and it was a bit darker and stuff, I felt like the greens, I don't know if it's just me, but I felt like they got a touch slower.
Oh, they would have, just as the day goes on.
Right.
Just as the day goes on.
So they started lightning and we're putting, on the putting green at the start of the round and I'm thinking, fuck, this is fucking quick.
These are fast,
This is going to be difficult. And I'm thinking about, fuck, do I need to change my approach coming into greens, let alone fucking putting, right? And then all of a sudden I'm standing on a putt on 15 and I'm like, this has got to move. Like, this isn't as quick as you think it is.
No.
And like, it's one of those things. And all of a sudden you're thinking about, fuck, I've got to hit it harder. The hands get too heavy and then all of a sudden they turn into bricks and fucking see you later.
And the worst part was when with some of the pin locations that they had as well, like when they're rolling, this is not specific to Heidelberg either.
No.
But there's golf courses I've played and some of them are Sandbelty, some of them are wherever else they would be. And I've even played a couple of pro-ams where the course might not be the greatest course, but the greens are considered good because they're fucking quick, right? And you go play them and they don't hold their lines because they might be fast enough down a hill or something like that and the greens are funky and on slopes and shit like that and the pins are put in weird spots where you hit a putt and it just does not do what it kind of should do because they're so fast where it's no longer a matter of staying true to the line that you put it on anymore. It's the matter of you're hitting it so soft and they're so fast where the tiniest little indentation or the tiniest little bit of imperfection on the green then influences the putt from there. Yeah. So I'd rather greens that roll mint but are slower. Or not slow is the wrong word, just greens that roll and hold the line their intended line, whether it's going to miss the hole or not. Yeah. Like holding your intended line doesn't mean it's going to go in because no one reads a putt perfectly. And you're going to read putts better than, you're going to read different putts differently. But I'd a lot rather a smoother putt that holds the intended line rather than something that's so quick where an imperfection then influences whether the ball goes in or not. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of an example today, like on 2. For you today. Yeah. Like that was such a fast putt down that hill. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how good the greens were, they were quick and it shouldn't have missed the way it did. You know what I mean?
That was the best part of here all day.
It shouldn't have snapped the way it did.
No.
And it shouldn't have moved that much around the hole because they were so fast, the tiniest little imperfection, even though they were good, just influenced the way the ball rolled. And because it was just toppling over itself, like even little grass sprouts that you can't even see are going to influence the way the ball will move rather than the actual contour of the green. Whereas if they were half a mil longer and the imperfection at the base of the actual where the grass grows, if it was just a touch longer so it sits on top a little bit more, it holds that line better, but might not roll out. It might roll a foot shorter, maybe, or whatever it may be.
That putt in particular on 2, I said it to the boys from maybe a foot out. Yeah, it was dead in the heart.
Yeah, it was dead in the jaws. Yeah,
and I missed it low.
Yeah, it was just toppling over itself, barely just toppling over itself. And I could see it moving.
I hit it with perfect dead hand pace.
Yeah,
and it was probably the best putt I hit all day.
Yeah, well,
and like I said, with a foot to the hole, it was in the jaws.
Yeah.
Dead middle cup and it missed low.
Yeah.
So and I get what you mean though. It's
where you can see,
and like you said, quicker isn't always better. Sometimes you go to these, even the sandbelt courses along, the peninsula and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're expecting them to be quick as fuck. Like when we go play PK and stuff, you're expecting them to be ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
And rolling at 15 and as perfect as they are.
But
you can't have it all.
They aren't. That's the thing. Like you go play sandbelts and it's deceiving. They're firmer. There's more challenge around those greens because the courses are generally a tiny bit shorter. Like Sandbelt-esque they're not long golf courses.
No,
but they've got a lot of bunkers. But the bunkering is sort of strategic and it shapes the hole. It influences where you hit it and hitting shots.
Oh, I just cramped. Ow, ow! Oh, that was bad.
Shows the day he's had.
Ow,
shows the day he's had.
Oh,
you good?
Yeah, I think so. Jesus, don't tuck my feet under the chair again. No. Jesus Christ. All right, stretching out. You were saying?
You old fucker. Where you play these sandbelted courses, and that's the thing. The bunkering influences where you hit the golf ball.
Yep.
And then around the green complexes are the challenge. But you even go play PK. I've never had a day at PK where I'm like, oh, that didn't roll how it should have. Like they're not ridiculously fast. They just roll so good. Like they're not crazy quick. They're fast, but they're not crazy quick. But they just roll. Every time you hit it on its line, it sticks to that intended line, whether it goes in or not. It just holds there.
Well, I think, and
it's a weird. It's not even a comparison, but it's a weird. Like
But I think you can back it up by saying this as well. That like it's about finding the perfect balance between speed and consistency of roll and those imperfections that you were talking about.
Yeah.
If the roll, and I'm not talking about the roll of the ball, like if they've rolled those greens perfectly with the rollers, right, and there's no imperfections or very little, you won't notice them.
Nah.
If you kept the greens at a 10.5 or 11 consistently throughout the year and they rolled beautifully, no one would say a bad thing ever.
No.
Because that's the perfect, in the perfect world, that's what you want. Relatively quick, but still playable, and yet roll true as fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
PK does a great job of it. Other golf courses have done, and we have too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But you've got to sacrifice based on the conditions of the year. You've got to sacrifice one or the other. Today or this week, I don't know what they're going to be like tomorrow. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
It might be a bit different. Today, it felt like they flirted a little bit too much with speed and kind of gave away a little bit of that consistency that we spoke about.
It's also the traffic that comes onto them.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. When you've got four grades, you got 210 people on that timesheet today of all different friggin' abilities from 7 o'clock or 7:30 in the morning through till 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
A lot of footprints.
A lot of everything.
That's the other thing. I think that's the thing that needs to be taken into consideration too. And like I said, we're not just discriminating Heidelberg. This is not an aim at Heidelberg. It's just an example of what we sort of
golf courses.
It's just in golf courses in general. Like there's a lot of people out there that are eventually going to cause those imperfections, and I think course maintenance staff do already an amazing job just to get the greens up to standard for so long.
Yeah.
As well. Like that's everywhere as well. Like they do a really good job of that. But with events in particular, like I said, quicker doesn't mean better, because eventually final groups and stuff might suffer a little bit because they do get baked out. They do quicken up at the end of the day. They do get firmer because all the moisture gets taken out of them. Yeah. And then all of a sudden that also, then the imperfection of people, everyone walking over them and stuff like that. And then by the end of the day, you got these tiny little, well, not tiny, but you got these imperfections where they roll funky. So that's what you would have saw today. They got generally increasingly funkier, and like they'd move a little bit different, or they'd wobble it, or not wobble, but they'll just overbreak or underbreak or whatever they might be relative to what you'd expect the ball to actually do. And because they're so fast. Yeah.
And again, it's a margin of scale.
Yeah.
You're probably seeing things, and especially as a spectator or a caddy today, you would have seen things that I wouldn't have seen.
There was one example. The putt that you hit on 14 was like the worst read you had all day.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Yeah. The everything else was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then when you said, when I walked past, you're like, I'm not even going to give the hole away. I'm just like, look, I'm not going to just go like, no, stop. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, look, if he thinks that, then great. But I'm like, this is like 2 feet of break.
Yeah, right.
Like up high left and like dribbling. But I think you end up making the one coming back anyway. It doesn't matter, whatever it was. But yeah, that was probably the only one that I'm like, ooh, okay, I would have expected more than that. But everything else was so
And I
nice.
knew that was going to be the case, because when we had our golf day earlier in the year, and you and I played Ambrose at Yarrambat with chasing birdies and stuff, I putted first, and you said you made a big spiel about it. He's like, I'm not putting. Like, I don't want to putt at this joint, right? And I would line balls up, and you
putted so good.
Yeah, and
you putted good.
I putted great that day.
Yeah.
But just in the reads, I would just like line the ball up and be like, "What do you think of that?" And you're like, "Perfect, go."
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's probably where I'd put it.
Yeah. So, and I knew that you and I approach putting in a very similar way. We putt very differently.
Yeah,
but we approach it in a very similar way.
Yeah.
And like I knew that the reads were 99% going to be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, whether they're good or not. Like, even if you had a bad read and would still read it the same, fuck, I had a bad read too. Like, you know what I mean? It was sort of, the one on 14 today was the only one where I'm like, oh. Yeah, but everything else was fine. Everything else was like, yeah, that's what I was looking at as well. Like, you know what I mean? So.
So obviously some improvement for tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we can conjure something up. And if we can't, well, oh well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said it weeks ago. I don't care how I go. I just want to make the fucking cut.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right? So days like today, and I'm fucking expecting that when we finish recording, there's going to be a text message on my phone from Raptor being like, oh, what happened today?
Whoa.
What happened today? To which I'm just going to say, Raptor, fuck off. Right? I love you. I don't want to talk about it. I'll ring you during the week.
He's not silly. He's not.
He'll know.
He'll know.
And he'll listen to this and be laughing, no doubt. But yeah, look, like I said, I just wanted to play all 4 rounds. Now, things happened. There was not a single cut this year in A grade. No. After the first 2 rounds, we had enough people pull out because they were just not happy, or you're playing poorly, or things had happened and whatever. We had enough withdrawals to allow for everyone who played or who was left after the first round to play all the next 3. So even SGM, who hasn't had the greatest 4 rounds of his life, and he's sitting relatively low on the leaderboard, he's still playing. He would have been cut last year.
Yeah, okay.
So, and we were talking as we were walking to the card today, and he's just like, fuck, I might pull out. And I'm like, dude, you didn't play clubbies at all last year.
Yeah, nah, just play out.
Just play.
Out.
It's a free round of golf.
No one cares about the result.
Unless you got somewhere to be. It's a free round of golf. Who cares?
Exactly.
Don't stress.
And then you got a target for next year. Like,
that's it. Exactly right.
Keep beating it and keep improving, I guess.
That's it.
Go
on.
I feel like even today, like, you had the shot ideas were there. That's the thing. Like the idea of what shot you wanted to hit or what we agreed on, sort of thing. I feel like the club selection was pretty good. Club selection was real good, actually. There was a couple times where I'd either grab a club or you'd grab a club, and
I think 2 was a prime example of that.
That was good. That was real good. That one. That could have been a bad hole if we had hit.
Let's run through it. So 2 was playing as like 150.
It was like 154 or something.
154 to a back left pin. And the wind was sort of into our face a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just go, Jolly, I think it's 6.
It was into off the right.
Off the right. And I'm like, Jolly, I think it's 6. And you turned around and said, I don't want this anywhere near the flag because it was too tucked away and too far left. And I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, we'll put it in the middle of the green if we can. I said, but I think it's 6 and we'll just back off a little bit, try and maybe even trap one in there.
Yeah.
And you said, all right. And you went with it. That's fine. But as soon as I walked to the tee box with 6 iron in my hand, you went and grabbed 7 out.
I grabbed 7 iron at the same as you turned your back.
Yeah.
I grabbed 7 iron because I'm like.
And then one of the boys,
it's like
one of the boys hits first and hit a 7 iron because you can just tell by looking at certain clubs what it is.
Yeah.
And I could tell that he was hitting 7 iron. And he tugged his long and left, which is exactly what you said you didn't want to do.
I said I want no part of long or left here.
Yeah. And then I looked at you and I'm like, you got 7 in your hand? And you're like, yep. And I'm just like, thank you. Right? And then one of the other boys hit. And I'm like, And then the wind switched.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Jolly, it's 8.
I'll stand at the bag and I had my hand on 8 as the wind flipped.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to just correct a little 7 iron up there, okay. But
tees in the ground, I'm standing over it, wind flips, and I just look at him and I'm like, you got 8 in your hand? And you're like, yep. I'm like, give it here.
Yeah, it was
give it here. And we hit, I flared it right and just missed the green right side. Or no, it was on the green.
No, it was on the green. It was on the green.
By a fucking hair.
Yeah. No, you hit the green.
But it was the bat.
Yeah.
It was the
pin
bat.
high. It was pin high.
If I hit that same shot and then, just move it 20 left of where I actually finished, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, yeah.
So I just flared it. So
you probably would have had 70 feet.
Yeah.
It was
a long part.
The pin was
the
maximum left and your maximum right.
Like, and the green on 2 it's longer wide than it is. It's wider than it is narrow.
Yeah, it's very, very wide.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like a fucking bean shape sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Just like you were over here and
I had to literally putt it across country.
It was a long part.
But no, I think you're right.
But it was that
some of the club selections were great. I think, and we spoke about this going down either 14 or something, and I just said, dude, it's all skill errors.
Yeah, it was just a bit of execution on some of them where it's just like, fuck, that was the stick. It just needed to do the right thing.
Yeah, and the golf swing did not feel good today.
Nah.
For whatever reason. Yeah. Like, I especially with the driver and stuff, like the longer stuff. Yeah. And I said to you, I'm like, it just feels like I'm getting either stuck and trying to flip it or I'm reaching for it. I just need to find that happy medium. And I'm hoping tomorrow I can just step up and it'll be natural and comfy again.
Yeah. Just find a little comfort on the range or something.
But like you said, club selection was great and whatnot. And it was the big thing for me, and I've discussed this in the past, is I don't want to make concentration errors. There's a difference, in my opinion, to what a concentration and a skill error is. A skill error is a skill error. You've done all the preparation, everything right, and you fucked the shot up.
Yeah.
Your body's moved in a weird way. It's a skill error. Concentration error is you pick 6 iron instead of 7. You don't account for the wind. You don't concentrate at all. You just step up and hit it and fuck it. It's mental preparation or poor mental preparation that leads to a skill error. That's a concentration error. I didn't make a concentration error today.
You didn't. No, there was not any. I don't think so. As it got later in the round, probably after 14.
I think
it was,
the care
it was sort
factor
of just-
went.
The care factor definitely went where you're just like, fucking back.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, oh, well, this is a write-off today and just,
Yeah.
let's smile home.
Yeah,
Regardless of what you
correct.
have, right? Your second shot into 15.
Second shot. Oh my God. Fuck. So I hit the best 3-wood
was mid.
the best 3-wood I've hit in a while and just hit this nice little flat draw down the hill.
Yeah.
And I'm middle fairway, like 90 out. It was like, you said 97.
It was something.
97 and it's straight downhill to a back left pin and I'm like, it's 54. I don't need to hit this much more than 83 meters because this will just get there. Oh my God. Stand over it. And I don't know why, but I again felt comfy standing over it
Yeah.
and just hit it an inch behind the golf ball.
It was just that was the same thing. It was just an execution error. It was like your wedge shot on 6.
Yeah.
Like you almost missed the grooves.
Yeah.
On the right on the toe of the club, and it just like it was never getting there. It's like fuck. It was just an execution thing. But
This ball goes straight to the bunker, and I'm literally like I jolly when I like the club's here in my in my swing, and I was just about to cast the line out and just send this thing into the fucking ocean, right? Just about to fucking fling it. And I'm watching this ball, and I'm like, that's short. And I just go, get a bounce, right? Gets a hard bounce right, steers it away from the bunker, and then just trickles to 15 feet out. And I'm just like, I'm just like pulled it back, give it a big club twirl. I'm like, there we go. That's what we wanted.
he starts walking down the hill, and you've literally like you had what 95. You've probably carried it 62.
Yeah, if that.
And like you duff fucked it, like big time duff fucked it. I'm looking at this, I'm like, and in my head, I didn't say, obviously, of course, I didn't say anything. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Right. But then I'm like, if this bounces left into the bunker, this wedge is going to be in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Right? This is going straight over the knee and then being pegged back at me.
Yeah.
Right. And then it like jumps, like you said, jumps a little bit right and it sort of just trickles out and rolls like a putt. I'm just like, fuck off.
And I've turned to you and just like tossed you the club. I'm like, here you go, mate. Clean that.
You're like flung it at me going, oh, you get the Divot 2 champion. Right? I'm just standing there going, I don't want to.
I walk like 15 meters and just like put my hands on my knees and just start pissing myself laughing. I'm like, that is fucking
The
ridiculous.
disappointment on my face would have just been so loud.
You had sunglasses on and I could see through the sunglasses. I could see your eyes through the sunglasses.
like-
You were just like, this fucking bloke.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
just like, there's no way. And you looked at me like, uphill putt. I'm like,
I literally said, I'm like, let's go can that now.
yeah, let's go box it. It would have been the best. But anyway, and then I just walked out. I'm just like, that was fucked. Anyway, and you're like, yeah, time something went my way. I'm like, shut up. Like,
I said it to Jacko as we were walking up to the green. I'm just like, that is the mankiest golf shot I've hit today.
Yeah.
And the best result.
Yeah.
It's the best look at birdie I've had all day.
yeah, true.
And it was manky as fuck.
After true. That was
So, anyway, enough about me.
Fucking
I'm
funny.
sick of talking about clubbies for now until next week when I give you the full recap.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah, or both. Yeah, look, it is what it is. What's next on your schedule, Jolie? So obviously you got AusPGA this week or qualifying this week,
Yeah.
and then AusPGA is at the time of recording in 5 days' time.
Yes. At the time of listening, hopefully I'm in the middle of my second round.
Yeah,
Of the Australian PGA. That would be awesome.
that'd be sick. Playing with Cam Smith.
Yeah, that'd be sick, yeah. So yeah, at the time of recording though, it's Saturday. Tomorrow I fly out to Brisbane in the morning. Hopefully if the people I'm staying with, hopefully they're some very old family friends. Hopefully they have a car spare would be ideal, and I'll head down to the golf course and that I'm
How
playing
far
at
from
and
the
have a
golf
look.
course are they?
It's just under an hour.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so it's a
not
little
like,
bit.
It's not like you can jump on a bike or
No, I can't.
walk.
I can't go walk there. No, or I could Uber it, but it would be an expensive Uber ride. So, and one of them can lend me the car for the Monday, so that's fine.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll suss out tomorrow. I'll see how we go. I'm not sure yet, and then head down to Carbrook Golf Club. It's about 45 minutes south of Brisbane.
Yeah.
And that's the pre-qualifier. There's 2, so it's Carbrook and Pacific.
Okay.
So there's 2 places, I guess, or 2 qualifying courses. I think there's 3 spots per course, or something like that. There's only 6 spots or something like that, or 6 qualifying spaces for the Aussie PGA. So, and then Aussie PGA is at Royal Queensland, as it usually is. So,
Have you played Royal Queensland before?
I have once a long time ago.
Yeah.
Junior days.
Okay.
Sort of like an Oz Junior or something like that.
Nice.
I played there before. It's the one with the bridge in the background. I only remember a couple holes. Like
On
there's
4, isn't it?
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much of it. I remember that I think it's 16 or something, one of the par threes, like a short par. I think it's 16. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was like the party hole.
Oh yeah,
So
nice.
They'll be really cool. So yeah, hopefully my last two qualifying rounds haven't gone my way, unfortunately. The Queensland one was sort of just a little bump in the road. I was a little disappointed I didn't get into that field. I missed out by a single order of merit spot.
Yep.
Which was disappointing. And then didn't play great in the qualifying. So what do you do?
Yep.
A little bit of water off the ducks back there, but then Oz PGA Monday. Yeah, like I said, that's all next week. Qualify or not, I'll probably hang around till the Friday anyway.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, because I want to go watch some of the boys as well. Like I want to go see Adam Scott and Min Woo and Cam and stuff like that, and go see those guys and see the actual good players do it.
Yep.
And then whether next week's a success or not, regardless, I'll come home and then it's Aussie Open time. So there's 3 qualifying courses. I think there's 2 spots per course.
Jesus.
6 spots for the Aussie Open as well.
And you're playing that at Woodlands.
Woodlands, yeah. So you get the option to select what course you want. If you get in early enough, you get that course. Otherwise, they just distribute it evenly.
So Woodlands, Spring Valley.
Woodlands, Spring Valley, and Cranbourne are the 3 qualifying courses. I'm most familiar with Woodlands.
Yep.
Spring Valley, I think they've tied it up a little bit, but last time I played there, I wasn't too impressed with the place.
Okay.
Spring Valley's fine. Like I don't dislike the course, but I'm like, if I get the chance to play a sandbelt, I'm going to.
Yeah.
And Cranbourne's like an hour and a half from me, so or an hour 45. So I'm like, I'd rather drive to a shorter golf course, to the golf course that's closer to me. So, I chose Woodlands and got Woodlands, so that's great. Same deal as next week. Go out and
post a number and hope it works.
Go out and just let the practice do the talking, I think. So go out and test me luck and not go for it as if, if it doesn't work out, the round gets thrown away. Like I'm not doing that where I'm going after everything, but definitely give myself the best opportunity.
Bit of passive aggression.
Yeah, kind of like just give myself the best opportunity for both the weeks because they're very, very high value events. Co-sanctioned with the DP tour. There's some international involvement in there as well. A lot of huge names. Like actually for Aussie Open, I'll just rattle off a few. I'll just go through. I won't go through the entry list, of course, but I'll just rally off a few, and you'll probably be like, "Yeah, that would be a pretty good event to play." So,
well, we're gonna be there anyway. We've got tickets.
Yeah, exactly. 6 qualifying spots for the Aussie Open over 3 courses.
Good luck.
So go out and shoot fucking 62. Currently cemented in the field are former winners of the Aussie Open. So Adam Scott, Matt Jones, Greg Chalmers, Cam Davis, Peter Lonard, Abraham Ansah, Joaquin Neiman, Jeff Ogilvie, John Senden, Stephen Allen, and Rory McIlroy.
Jesus.
And then you got your Golf Australia invites and then tournament invites. Mark Leishman, Carlos Ortiz, Sebastian Muno, Jose Ballester.
Yeah.
The old Rays Creek pisser. Wade Ormsby, Nicholas Colsarts, Carl Phillips, and Ryo Hisatsun. And then DP World Tour members. So I'll rattle off some names that are like the bigger names. So Rasmus Nygaard Peterson, Daniel Hillier, Alex Fitzpatrick, so Matt Fitzpatrick's brother. Rafa Cabrera Bayo, Romain Langask.
Jesus, there's actually some real good names in here.
Fuck yeah. Jason Scrivener, Kiradek Afi Barnrat.
Oh, Kiradek.
Yeah. David Puig.
Yeah.
Andrew Beef Johnston.
Nice.
A Masters champion, Danny Willett. Bernd Wiesberger. I'm rattling off names that it's like familiar and very obvious to people. Who else? Connor McKinney.
Yep.
Eddie Pepperell.
Fuck. He's making a comeback too, Eddie Pepperell.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And then you got some of the big dogs from Australia. So Elvis Smiley, Kazuma Kabori, Micheluzzi, Jed Morgan, Brad Kennedy, Ryan Fox. And then Ryan Peake, Minwoo Lee, Brendan Jones, Cam Smith. And then from the 110th spot, then we have our Aussie boys.
Jesus.
So yeah, there's a lot of names in front of and then we have our tour winners. So you have Chris Wood, won New South Wales Open. You have the winner of the Queensland PGA of this week, at the time of listening last week, Matthias Sanchez won WebEx Players Series in South Australia.
Yeah.
Ollie Becker won the WA Open. Austin Batista won the WA PGA. Andrew Martin won NT PGA. Corey Crawford won PNG. Harry Crow won the national tournament. James Conran won Heritage. Tyler Hodge, NZ PGA, I think. Something like that. Might not have been. I'm not sure. But then, yeah, you have our tour winners, and then you have top 30 from last year. And then winner of Q School. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So the top 50 players on the Australian PGA Tour order of merit placing last year, there's only 2 guys outside the top 30 that are currently in the field, which will change. But, yeah, if you came top 50 on the order of merit at the end of last season in Australia, you're currently outside the field. So, yeah, it's pretty high level event. And, yeah, this year as well, if you're top 30 at Q School this year, if the Wenchu's closed right now, he would be 12th or 15th reserve on the Australian Open. Jesus. If you got your tour card at Q School. Yeah, it's pretty full on. So
it's very full on.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's high demand. There's just a lot of people in there. So
yeah, that'd be ideal, but it also just, I think, gives a bit of an insight into just how difficult it is for you to crack the, obviously
for
there's,
anybody.
For anybody. Obviously there's qualifying spots, and if you're good enough, you'll snag one of those. But these are the next 2 are very high sanctioned events and very
massive events,
big
rewards
in Australia. Big rewards for these events.
For if you place well, you get plenty of points, good payout. If you do extra well, who knows where it could lead you. So there's definitely a couple guys that have gone on to international stages that have had, are obviously gun golfers, but they've played well in those 2 events, or in just one of them, and have snagged a certain placing, and off they go. And then all of a sudden you see them overseas. So
that's fucked.
Australian PGA, the top 8 entrants right now: Adam Scott, Elvis Smiley, Cam Smith, Minwoo Lee, Greg Chalmers, Peter Lonard, Jeff Ogilvie, and Jed Morgan. They're the first 8 names. It's fucking sick. Then you got Carlos Ortiz, Mark Leishman, Cam Davis, Abraham Answer.
There's fucking good
awesome
players in that group.
Yeah, man. So
real good players in that group.
Stuff like that. And then, in Oz PGA as well, Marco Penge. Yeah. He's playing. He just played alongside Rory. Yeah. Rasmus Nygaard Peterson, Daniel Hillier, Alex Fitzpatrick, Rafa. All these top dogs.
Rafa comes every year as well.
I'm pretty sure he does, doesn't he?
There's a few players in that list that do show up every year. Abraham Answer and Joaquin Neiman.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Obviously, Joaquin won it last year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Currently for the Oz PGA, top 50 of last year's standings pretty much are in. But Q School's still not in yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
From this year.
So it's difficult.
Oh, it's so hard, man. It's so you get a full card at this year's Q School, and you're not guaranteed to get Australian PGA or Oz Open.
Yeah.
It's just not a guarantee yet.
And Toby said that about the China tour as well. That, if you got full cards, if he got his full card through Q School, and he wasn't guaranteed the 3 co-sanction events.
No.
He had to qualify for those too.
Yeah.
So it's not just us, it's other
absolutely.
single nation tours.
This is not just Australia. This is not just Australia at all.
Other single nation tours that have, co-sanctioned events with either DP, PGA or Asian Tour. So probably the 3 biggest tours on the moment. They're not going to get a go.
No. Not instantly anyway, just because for Oz PGA and Aussie Open, I think there's 32 to 90. There's 60 something spots for Oz PGA for DP World Tour members. For full category members for the DP World Tour, and then for the Aussie Open, I think it's very similar. Tournament invites, and then DP 37 through to 97. Yeah, so 60 DP World Tour members inside both fields. So it's almost 50%. Almost 50% of the field is a DP World Tour,
that's nuts.
How it works. It's just what it is. It's why the money is so much higher. It's why the prize purse is so good. And no way. Oh, hey,
we're just having a look at the cricket scores because the Ashes is on. Travis Head's just hit 100.
Beautiful, excellent work. Good job, Aussie boys. But otherwise, yeah. So that's why the prize purses are really good relative to what we're used to playing for. So to give everyone an insight on the Aussie Tour, our prize purses range usually around that 225, 250 grand prize purse sort of mark,
which is great.
Which is awesome. Yeah, that's
good
awesome.
money.
It's awesome. Relative to tours that you'll see internationally, it doesn't wipe their shoes sometimes. To some of them anyway. But it's still a developing tour, and they're doing really well here, which is awesome. So, and they're adding the occasional event here and there. See a couple of events with a little bit more onto it each time, which is really good. So it's developing. It's getting there. It's slowly. It's still a bit of a feeder tour is probably the wrong word to use. It's still
a
development from here. It's a stepping stone.
It's a single nation tour.
Yeah, correct. It's a definitely here in Australia. It's a stepping stone to something better. So if you do really well here, like you see Elvis Smileys and Kazumas and Mikaluzis, and all of a sudden they're playing on the DP World Tour. So and because they've done really well here,
I think Elvis had a 20th position in the Order of Merit in DP too this year.
It was 23rd, but
which is fucking awesome.
He guaranteed his full status for next year, which is fucking unbelievable.
That's awesome.
So he did really well. Done. Absolutely,
it can be done.
Absolutely, can.
So
otherwise, so hopefully the next 2 weeks are
pretty successful, and then you got to cut
awesome.
one or two more events.
Awesome.
Any events after that, or is it
after Aussie Open, it's Vic PGA,
and then Pro-Ams.
The second week of December, and then that's it for the rest of the year.
Are you in the Vic PGA, or is that qualifying?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, cool.
I won't know what standings will be. I don't know.
Very nice. Where's Vic PGA?
Moona.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so very very familiar with that place. I played a lot of rounds there.
Yes,
in the last 18 months.
Yes. So.
And then nothing until pretty much the first week of Jan, and then Pro-Ams get going, and there's Pro-Ams in December. There's a couple here and there if you don't play a tour event or something like that. So there's still something to play if you don't make the events you're looking for. And then going into next year, then the WebEx series get going again, Vic Open and NZ Open and NZ PGA and
Heritage National,
and then the last couple as well. So still plenty on the schedule and
plenty on the radar.
We're not even halfway yet. So
no, it's crazy.
Plenty to go.
And then just quick, is there a re-rank coming soon?
There is after Vic PGA.
Okay.
For the Order of Merit. So the re-rank, I think it's like maybe the 50 non-exempt players in something else and something else. I forgot.
So you fall into the category of a re-rank?
Yet.
Okay, cool.
I don't know yet. There's a technicality to it somewhere.
It'll either happen or it doesn't.
I won't know till Vic PGA. After Vic PGA,
Yeah, cool.
we'll see how we go, and hopefully there's some good news of me getting a full exemption
for the rest of the season.
If not, I'm just gonna have to battle it out again on the other side and test me luck again. And
You've done it to here.
Yeah, and then get going again and hopefully produce a couple better results. But so far, I'm just trying to ride the wave at the moment.
That's it.
We've gotten. I'm not going to say I've gotten further than I expected, but I'm definitely. I wouldn't have expected to be in this position before my first event.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months ago, I didn't expect to be in the position I am.
Yeah.
So,
where you're looking at a re-rank potentially pretty fondly.
To even make the first 4 of the 5 cuts of the season. Like I was just stoked to play the first event, let alone get into Darwin and then go, all right, what's next? Like, am I going to have to go qualify for these events? And all of a sudden I play 3 straight
But then
weeks.
also you were leading an event after the first round too, which is pretty fucking
that was
sick.
pretty cool, yeah.
Bucket list sort of shit there.
Yeah, that's it. I've ticked a lot of boxes this season, and then it just makes me hungry for more.
And the list of boxes to tick just went.
Yeah, now it's like 6 pages instead of like half. It's like fuck. All right,
play tour event tick, and then all of a sudden, there's 40 more boxes.
Yeah, play tour event, lead tour event, and now it's like everything else, and it's like shit. And then I'm like waiting for the next box to tick. So.
Have 59.
Yeah.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, shit.
Win event. Fuck, definitely not yet. Full exemption.
Anyway.
Anyway, very good. Jolly, questions from the second card.
Off you go.
Okay, despite all the shit that happened today, what's the one thing about my game at the moment that you're impressed with? You and I have played a little bit of golf together recently, but not a lot. Mm-hmm. Today's probably the most exposure you've had to my golf game for a little while.
Sorry.
And by exposure, I mean you're actually concentrating on only me.
Correct.
And watching everything I do.
Yeah.
So when we play golf together, you'd be like, it's a pretty good shot, Drags. Well done, whatever. And then you're worried about your own shot.
I'm worried about me.
Yeah. So today, obviously, having watched it all, is there anything that you are impressed with, especially since all the changes with Raptor?
Yeah, I'll one up you with my response. I'll do one thing that I was really impressed with, and then one thing that I'd love to see better.
Okay.
And it's not just don't have fucking 88. Like that's I'm not going to say that, right? There was
But
obviously
also don't.
don't. But there was obviously the challenges that today produced for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing I was most impressed with is your misses aren't as severe.
Yes.
Like you don't hit like skunk fucking flat cuts or like you don't skunk fuck one anymore. Like you don't hit these like absurd like abnormal misses. You know what I mean? So you used to produce like the odd like huge hook or something like that, or one wouldn't even get off the ground or just like dump right. And like there was obviously the miss hit on 4. But that was like once again just an execution error, and it was sitting funky as fuck in this shit, and it just sort of scurried up there, but it wasn't like a shank.
No.
You know what I mean? So that's what I've been most impressed by, that your good and your bad are so much closer now.
Yep.
So it's not just like you play a good hole where you just stripe show and we're like, oh, you're on here, and then all of a sudden you make 8 and you're 1 putt, like because it's just all these fucking compounding errors. So that's the most impressive part, which I reckon that's Raptors' goal for everybody. Yeah. And that's been my goal for the past 18 months, is to make sure my bad is better. Because your good is fucking good. Everyone's good is good relative to their own standard, but bad is better. So that's one thing I'm impressed by. One thing I'd love to see to do better would the worst part is the way the mindset going into a round of golf is to put the past behind you. So if something goes wrong previously, forget about it. Move on. However, you can still learn from it.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, the greens were fucking tough today. Like I wasn't even playing on. I'm looking at them going, fuck, these look tricky, man. Like they were pretty brutal. But it's like the ability to learn from something that's happened on the previous hole and then being able to adjust accordingly. Yeah. And it's the hardest thing to do. I'm like, even the top dogs struggle with it. Like you see them playing US Opens and shit, and you just, don't hit it in this spot in the rough. And sometimes you can't control it because, it's human error. It's simple, no matter how good you are. But yeah, like the tiny little adjustments here and there relative to what a putt might do. I've noticed on the greens the most. And yeah, you didn't have the greatest day and the greens were brutal.
I seem to make the same mistake a few times.
That's what I mean. It happens consecutively. Like you'll ram a putt from 8 feet sliding, not sliding, but down the hill quick one. You'll hit it 4 feet past and you do the exact same thing next hole. Yeah. Instead of like taking the percent off. And that's the hardest thing. Yeah. That's the hardest thing to do. So I'm being picky. Yeah. Which is a good thing. Yeah. For me to be picky on something, even though you didn't have the score you wanted to, it's just tiny things. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I would have liked. I'm like, oh, you hit that last putt firm and you hit that one firm again. It's like, oh.
See, and that's the thing. I
just
suppose
tiny things.
If we're ever in that situation again, where you're seeing something like that and whatever, if you see it, tell me.
Yeah. See,
and I know you didn't really want to overstep your boundaries or anything like that, and we don't caddy for each other very often, if ever at all. I think we're 1 each now for rounds caddied for.
Something like that, yeah.
I might have done it a couple of times and you've done now. That's the first time you've done it for me. Yeah. But like, and you're saying that now and I'm thinking, fuck, if he'd have just come up to me after the third hole and go, oi, remember the 2 holes ago when you fucking smack one past 4 feet and just remember it's downhill.
Yeah.
You don't need to
It's like the reassurance thing.
Yeah, you don't need to leave these 4 feet past.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as intuitive as I can be at times, I'm dumb as shit, right? I need someone just go, hey, dickhead, like it's right. Just smack me between the eyes and just go, it's fucking right there.
Yeah.
Do it.
Like there was one, like the putt on 6.
Yeah.
The putt on 6, I'm like, oh, you hit that so hard.
Yeah.
Like you made the one coming back. It was 3 feet coming back.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck, you hit that so quick. That needed to literally just topple over itself.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. And then
there was a few.
Oh, you rolled a good putt in on 8. That was good.
There was a few of those.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It comes down to a practice thing, and it's not. I'm not going to say an experience thing as well, but it's like a part of the mindset that is so finely tuned. It's a
bit of composure.
Yeah, it's so finely tuned that you don't want to remind yourself of an error you've already made. You want to fucking leave that behind and then concentrate on the new shot isolation. Yeah. And then it's the hardest thing. It's definitely an experience thing as well, but.
No, fair enough.
That's to be picky. That's to be real picky. Other than that, like we've said, you had a lot more shots than you wanted to today, and there was mistakes. But What do you do, man?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Everyone's
going
gonna have
You
it.
just had a day. Like, if you shot 76, there was going to be something we're going to pick on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go beat your handicap or you go shoot fucking even par. Oh, you could have done that better. Like,
Yeah.
there's always something.
You've always left something out there.
Always something.
You always leave something out there, and today I left a lot out there.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Simple. That's all it is.
What do you do?
Have you got a question for me?
Yeah. I had one earlier, but I wasn't too happy with it, so I've made up a new one.
I want you to kind of ask me both of them, but anyway, go on.
No, because the first one sucks. And yeah, it relates to today.
Okay.
Was there in any instance today that I pissed you off in some way? What?
Yeah. You keep putting clubs in the wrong spot in the golf bag.
I did not think you were going to say that, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually?
Absolutely. There was a few times where okay, so you went and had a piss on 13 in the toilet block, right? And you were like putting sunscreen on or whatever the fuck you were doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. And you left the bag outside the toilet block. I'm like, all right, well, he's got the bag. Like, I'll leave him to it. And then all of a sudden the group in front of us walks off and I'm like, I need a club here. He's still in the bathroom. Yeah. So I just grabbed the bag and had a look.
Yeah.
And then I've had a look at it and I'm like, that doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. What the fuck's he doing? So at one point you had I think the most that I noticed throughout the day at any one point in time, you had 4 clubs in the wrong spots. And it was not like it was huge. Because you just started setting it up like your golf bag. Because I know how you set up your golf bag.
Yeah.
So you know how
that's a weird... I didn't even notice I was doing that.
In your top slot, you put driver, 3-wood, 2-iron and putter.
Yeah.
You did that with mine. My 2-iron goes with 4 and 5-iron.
Oh.
And you moved. So you.
Oh, I see what I've done. Yeah.
So you moved 2-iron up. You moved 2-iron. And this is, again, getting picky. But you put 2-iron up, moved 6-iron across. So you had driver, 3-wood, putter, 2-iron in the top slot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pitching wedge all on its own. And then the 3 wedges in the other one, because I've got an extra slot than you.
You have an extra slot, yeah. That's what fucked me. I think at one stage I had every wedge in the one slot and nothing in one of them. Yeah, I think
You had 9-iron pitching wedge, 50, 54, 60 in one. You had 5 clubs in one slot. It's only like this big, it's tiny.
Because you said, oh, you fucked this up, and then you put the 9-iron in with the pitching wedge where one of the other wedges were.
Yeah.
And then I think consecutive holes you used like a 54 and a 60.
Yeah.
And then I just slotted them all in the same pocket because that's what I do. I don't do the 9-iron in the same slot. Oh my God, I didn't even notice I did that, eh? Because at the start of the day, I didn't even notice that the 2-iron was with the 4 and 5-iron.
No.
I and in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, 2-iron goes at the top.
Yeah. So I looked at it.
I didn't even know.
I looked at it and
That's actually that funny.
On 13, I was like, this is his golf bag. Because I know your setup. Because it's the one thing, again, I've got very limited experience caddying. Yeah. I've only caddied for you. Yeah. And I know what I'm like as a player. I'm picky, I'm peculiar, and I know that you've got airs of that as well.
Oh, mine need to be in the same pocket. Yeah.
And the fact that you have your irons in reverse to what I do pisses me off too. So mine works, it's like how you read a book.
Yeah.
You work down the bag, left to right.
Yeah.
You work down the bag right to left, like you're reading Hebrew, right?
Yeah.
It's bad.
So the reason why I do that, right? I always, for the 90% of my life, I guess, my golf life anyway, for let's say 80 to 90% of my golf life, I did the same thing of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then have the wedges at the bottom. So it was always left to right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why he's a peanut, but at to throw a dart in the dark, it would be like the start of 2023, I reckon.
Yeah.
Where Raptor changed them around. So put my 4, 5, and 6 in the right pocket and then 7, 8, 9 on the left.
Yeah.
Right? And I played one round at Rosanna with him that day and just didn't care. And for me being stubborn, I'm like, nah, I'm not changing it back. No, I'm just going to leave it there now. Right? And shot like fucking 63 or something. Right? Went out and had a day. Right? So I'm like, oh, that worked. Right? Had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Right? So I'm just like, that's my bag setup now.
Yeah.
And so from now on, I've had that ever since.
Yeah.
And had a really good 2023 year within the program. And then, just got better from there. So I'm like, oh, that's the reason. Right? So it's like a superstition thing. And it's not, that's the thing. And now I see that bag. I can't not have it now it's natural.
Yeah.
And all it took was one round because he's a peanut and set it up how he sets up his bag. He does the same thing where it sort of goes like that.
Yeah.
Like in fucking, I don't know. But, and yeah, now I do the same thing.
I got a couple more things here.
Oh, what I do.
I've just thought of them now.
What I do.
And this is, again, me getting real picky.
This is real fine.
Real picky. So I said at the start of the episode that I was probably in the wrong asking you to caddy for me in the first place because I'm so in my own groove about how I operate myself on the golf course.
It's routine. Yeah.
My routine is I pull putter out, take the club head cover off, put the club head cover back in the slot where it goes in the bag. You chucked it in the pocket.
Oh, that's being a caddy.
And you being a caddy, right?
Yeah.
But you would then grab the flag for everyone or rake a bunker for everyone, which was great and everyone was appreciative. But as you're putting the flag away back in the hole, I'm walking to the next tee box. I'm looking for my putter head cover to quickly slip it on, jam it in the bag, grab driver, and off we go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, half the time, and that's why, like, there was a couple of times I'm like, fuck this guy, I just threw my putter on the floor.
Well, that's what you do anyway.
Yeah.
Generally, I've got or there was more times if we cross direct paths, you walking back to your bag, or something like, I'll just grab the putter off you. That's how it worked. And you're just, and you walk, you don't even look at your bag. You just walk off.
Exactly.
But it's a routine, natural routine
it happened on
thing.
13. Like, because I walked where we left the bag from 13 green to 14 tee box.
Yeah.
You walk straight past the bag. So I'm just like, there's no putter head cover. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, just lean up against the bag and walk off. Yeah.
Anyway, and then the other thing was you were so in the zone on the greens about like cleaning the golf ball.
Yeah.
And then you stopped after 12 holes.
Yeah, I just left it. Yeah, because there was one.
You were like, fuck this guy. He's putting like shit. He can putt with a dirty ball. Fuck.
Actually, you know what else impressed me? There's not a... It's like a tiny little backhanded compliment. You kept your ball, like the ball after, like through that 11 holes. You had the same ball for 11 holes before you threw it in the bush. You kept that ball so impressively clean considering how many times you were in the shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe how good condition that ball was.
Because
for so long.
I'm very weird about how I read greens. So and I'll explain to this why. And this is why my golf ball is so clean. So I'll mark my ball, I'll go off and I'll get my own research. I only look directly behind the marker. So while everyone else is putting, I'm sitting there cleaning my golf ball, watching them putt and just, getting an idea of speed and all that kind of shit, cleaning my golf ball so that I don't start walking around in circles, getting more reads. Right? It's kind of to distract me as opposed to just keeping the golf ball clean. Yeah, it's partly keeping the golf ball clean, but also like I don't want to be walking around in circles around the hole, overcomplicating the putt that I've got or the read that I've got because I only like to look at it from directly behind.
So that one's all well and good. That explanation is all well and good. I understand that. I'm constantly wiping my ball as well for any imperfection. Yeah. Right. But not necessarily the cleanliness of the ball, the condition of it.
Oh, right.
There was fuck all wrong with it.
No.
Like it wasn't scuffed.
It just wasn't going in the hole, so I threw it away.
Yeah, but it wasn't scuffed or nothing. I'm thinking, and I think I grabbed it on maybe fucking 9 or something. After you've hit, like you got so stiff with after your tee shot, after the way it ended up. It was just, you had a horrible lie, right? Which you didn't deserve. And you hit the shot you could, I guess. Scurried it down there. You had 50 in and you hit like a clippy wedge shot, but it just flew too far, right? And you made an easy 5. There was no issues there. But like after the second shot you had plus a clippy wedge, my ball's fucked. Yeah. Usually. Because like my wedges really scuff the golf balls the way I hit it. I've generally come a lot steeper than you do. My angle of attack is a lot steeper. After 6 holes, if I played out of the similar positions you were today, my golf ball would have been fucked. Yeah. Completely fucked. Yeah. Like condition of the ball would have been screwed.
Well, there you go.
Right. And I'm looking at it after 9. I'm like, it's still fucking mid. And I'm like, how's that? Oh boy.
So yeah, okay. Just
two for 200, is it?
2 for 198.
Go Aussies!
Yeah, Travis Head's gone out for what?
100 and some.
123.
Beautiful. Great innings.
Opening the batting.
Excellent innings.
That just ruined Usman Khawaja's career. That's all right. No worries. Ended his career early.
Oh boy.
But anyway. No.
But yeah, that's another thing that impressed me.
I'll finish it by saying this.
What Sharpies do you use?
Just blue ones.
What Sharpies do you fucking idiot, Joel? I should ask
it's
what
Sharpies
you use.
It's
a Sharpie. Yeah. You use Sharpies.
Blue ones.
Yeah, blue ones. He's like, blue ones, and that fucked me for a second. So you use Sharpie. I'll just answer my own question.
Yeah. And so that line line scuffed.
No,
I don't go over and over. I don't go back and forth. It's one line.
See, that's absurd to me because it fades. Of course, it's going to fade. You're fucking wiping it all the time. But it didn't smudge. It didn't do nothing.
No, it smudged after the second shot. The first shot into one.
Yeah, but I tidied that up.
We tidied it up.
Yeah,
but that I marked that ball. I blew on it, dried it, whatever, and then it sat in my pocket for 7 minutes before I even hit it down one.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it going, this should be dry. Like, I don't know why it's scuffing. That's why I hate not playing preferred lies. Because if it's preferred lies, I don't care about the lie. Even if I've got a good one, I just rotate the golf ball. Because I don't want to fuck my line up.
Yeah.
Now that it's not preferred lies, tough shit.
Oh well, yeah. Anyway.
Jolie, I'll finish by saying this. Thank you very much for coming to do it today.
Nah, it was a pleasure.
Despite all the shit golf and everything else, and the disturbance in the routine and whatnot, it was actually a lot of fun.
It was.
There would have been, had the results have gone a little bit better, there might have been a few stories up on the Instagram, but I think we got the gist pretty early that it wasn't going to happen.
I don't know why I didn't even think of it. The first 2 holes, I was going to just video
a swing or two.
A swing just to be like, oh, and we're underway or something like that, round 3 or something like that. And then I think it was after 4.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah.
Which
regardless
is fine.
result, I'm not going to,
That's fine. So, no, I appreciate it very much for you coming out and jumping on the bag. It's one thing I've wanted to do for a little while now is to see what that's like, because I've never really had a caddy before.
No.
Ever. So that was cool. Otherwise, yeah, it was a good day and we had a bit of fun and,
some good stuff, some fucking ordinary, but
yeah, go out and do better tomorrow.
And the golf course.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's probably the best time to leave it, Jolly. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's episode of the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. Good luck this week in Queensland. Obviously, some big events coming up, and we hope that you can snag a spot or two.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be the dream.
That'd be ideal.
That'd be very ideal. Ladies and gents, if you haven't done so already, please head down and hit the subscribe button. Like our videos, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, leave a 5-star review. Send us messages on Instagram as well. Give us your questions from the second cut. And we are looking into potentially a few different things that we can do next year for a bit more fan interaction or listener interactions. And some potentially new merch, maybe, potentially.
Maybe.
There's a few
somewhere
things,
down the line.
There's a few things spruiked over the last 3 or 4 days between Jolly and I that we could do, but that'll be a 2026 problem. Otherwise, ladies and gents, until next week, episode 95, we'll see you all then. Hit the golf ball very well, throw the darts even better. Cheers.